Just know my love forever lasts. I know we had our scars, but look how far we are. Now we're laughing through the pain, holding on instead of breaking apart. And every sacrifice you made, Mama, I carry it with pride. If I shine a little brighter now, it's because you gave your life. So this your love letter from your daughter, the little girl who finally grew enough to say thank you. You beautiful, you valuable, you valuable, you worthy, and forever.
Thank you.
Hello, and you have reached Out of the Mud, Lessons with Larry, episode 77 and a half, with your host, Stephanie Winfrey, Money Mike, special guest, Sydney, and today's subject is what is wrong with our black community today, and can we just all get along? And here's the crew.
Thank you for that. Hey, any event that you guys may hear a dog bark, that's a guest as well that's on the show, so please excuse that. But anyway, welcome everyone. And as always, on this platform that we're blessed to have, I always like to send a special shout out to James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy II, and Larry Lott. It's always thankful, for the platform that they created for us to share our views and opinions to others in hopes that it will help others. We got the host with the most, Stephanie Winfrey here. We got a special guest, Miss Cindy, here with us today.
Hello.
And I have received a call early today, this morning. And I was like, what you going to talk about today on the show? Which me, Larry, and Stephanie, we usually wait till we get here and we'll come up with something. But when I got this phone call from the young lady, Cindy, and she was like, it's just heavy on my mind about the violence and the different things that's going on in our community. I said, well, hey, I'm blessed, once again, from out of the mud to have this platform. So I invited her on so she could express herself. And we here in support of what, she would like to share with us. So we're gonna take this opportunity and let Miss Cindy take the floor on this.
Well, yes, I am prone to believe that there is actually something in the Flint water, that they contaminate that water, because the behavior that has been going on is just not of the ordinary. What happened to our strong black community? What happened to our father figures and our strong kings that were protecting the community and going out making a difference, spending time with our youth? We've got to get back on that level in order to save our community and stop these tragedies. It is so sad when you turn on the news and you just see a house riddled with 100 bullets, and just know that that little girl was just there trying to be a
Sleep.
child, sleep in her own home, safe from the violence. When is it going to stop? What do we have to do as a community to come together? Me, myself, I have always believed in originality and being a leader instead of a follower, because I feel that it's more of importance to make a statement than to follow statements. Because who are you actually following? Who are these people that you are putting on these pedestals? Are they God? Are they Jesus? Are they setting a standard? Who are they setting the standards for?
Hmm.
Exactly.
Right.
What you're saying about the water, because that was definitely something bad. But I can't excuse the behavior, some of the behavior of the people out here on the water. Some of this is conscious, emotional decisions that some of these people are making, choosing to make out here. And I feel people should be held accountable for their actions. You know, but it's a choice. I don't think it's just about the water. But I'm not going to take the water out of the play. I'm not downplaying what you said at all. Some of this is back to you, like when you said, where are the fathers at? And the proper leaders, and us as a race, going back to when we had that unity and collectively knew how to come together and be supportive of one another. And I think those are some of the important factors or cause of the results that we're getting today. Steph?
Um, that is very sad on how our younger generation mindset is, but I think it's passed on trauma. I think it's passed on trauma from generation to generation. I think me and Terry Lisa, we talked about this on the Sassy Tea yesterday, and it is deeper than any water. The water, like has something to do with it, with that era of that generation, absolutely. But I do think it's passed on trauma with the parents not able to be parenting in the proper way as they should, which is a lot of mental illness and things that's being untreated mentally.
Yes, and it's going on because of the slave mentality, where he originates that in your brain set. Well, tell on this person so you can get an extra piece of meat or extra piece of cheese. So now it has always been a crab in a bucket mentality when it comes to our people, because they don't want to see you with more than what they have, because then they can't talk about you. Our thing is we want someone to talk down on. to talk down. If they can't talk down on you, then they don't feel important. And their thing is they got to feel important. And everybody wants to be more important than the next person instead of just having unity.
And I will, and I think with that too is um these young guys trying to prove a point, trying to see their toughness. When we was younger, I remember we fought. I would fight my ass off. I would beat your, excuse my French, ass. I'm not, ain't nobody, when nobody trying to pull out no gun back when I was
Well, a lot
coming
of
up.
men are not trying to be men anymore.
But
too.
yeah, but that goes back to how the
They don't
feminine,
want to be a man.
what they call it, the femininity of the men now, and
As Larry had put it.
yeah, the femininity of the men now, they're weakened.
I talk to a lot of women who are taking care of men now.
Yeah,
You know, that
and
is
that's
a
what
new
that
that is
is.
a new day thing, to take care of the man instead of the
So
man taking care of the woman. Or you're
yes,
going 50
and
50.
that has
You get
weakened
these
them.
men that will go around, they will prey on women. When I was a bartender, I had a lot of men that would come in there and prey on me because they thought I was making so much money and that I would share it with them. Because the one thing about a bartender, you get cash every night. It depends on where you're at, whether you're going to get good cash or low cash. But as a bartender, you're going to make cash every night. So when people are in situations, they say, well, the poverty got me acting like this, the poverty got me like that. Then you have to move on to your mindset and develop a skill. And a skill will save you from a lot of problems.
Well, and the
Because you will
problem is
always have that skill to depend on to get you some money in your pockets.
the mindset is broken. We are broken people.
Yes.
They can't even get to that point because their
Yes.
soul and their is broken
Yes.
because of the trauma that they have endured with what's going on in their household.
Yes.
A lot of these guys, like I tell the story all the time about the lady that lived down the street from me. She had some sons, and they was bringing the gangs to the house. She lost total control over her home to the point where she became scared of her own kids, and all she did was work. You know, she don't you you know she was trying to punish them, taking their phones away, telling they can't go nowhere, taking the keys. She did all that was in the book of parenting.
But that male presence was missing.
The male present was missing. So when that mother, that woman is trying to raise these boys that's out here,
And got to work 2 jobs.
and
She's
you
not
can't
raising
be
a
at home,
boy.
and you can't be
She's
at
not raising
home
a
all
boy.
the
The
time.
streets is raising them.
And then when you question them after they turn 17, they grown. So now you know that is
You
that
scared of your own son
yeah, you scared of your own son now.
because he
And
carrying a
that's what's going,
pistol or he want
and
to jump on you.
a lot of that is going on.
A lot of that is going on.
Yeah, but
It is.
I had called our auntie, actually, Aunt Sherry and Uncle Carl. I had called them, because I was curious about how they felt about that. And Aunt Sherry, I'm not going to be able to remember half of the valuable things she told me because it was on the way here. But, she was like, hey, I went to the Army and I chose to come back to Flint to help my people, to do my part. And she said, nobody's, was too many people was willing to step forward, to come forward. And she is just so tore up from back the way she's seeing things to where it is now. She is just tore up about it. And she was like, we take our shots at the government, at downtown Flint and stuff. But she said, hey, when can we just take accountability and say, hey, let's quit being scared ourselves to come together and make a difference. And I think that's a valuable point that Aunt Sherry made,
Yeah.
about that.
The thing about it is, okay, say if you're an outsider and you come into Flint to help Flint, is Flint going to help you back? Or is Flint just going to be more partial to the people from Flint?
No, but when I say this, Aunt Sherry's a Flint. She's from Flint.
Okay.
She, so she's.
What about if you're
actually,
not from
she
Flint
came
and
back
they
to
want to
Flint,
come and help?
and she was a teacher as well. So she came back to teach, and everything. Now, to go to your question, once again, when you say if you're not from Flint and come here, do you mean government wise, or do you mean just as a person
as
trying
a physical laborer, and you was coming into someone's business establishment, would you be actually welcome there?
Well, we already. Well,
not?
the thing is this. in every business, you expected to be a team player.
Mhm.
And if you're not a team player, then you consider the troublemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So that's how you keep your players in a position.
Mhm.
But once again, I have to go with like our Sherry has said,
Mhm.
that's going to some entity, wanting to make a difference. But people had a system of things.
Mm-hmm.
When we talked about these problems, and people say, well, everybody we talk about problem and no solutions.
Mhm.
We're going to have to see the same way we have our block club. We're going to have to start a membership thing of concerned people, concerned human beings that's willing to take their time to come to a table and start trying to get these solutions and suggestions seen out.
Okay, well, what about if you encounter a black man that's too stubborn to listen to ideas and
I mean, that's why I would
solutions?
leave him out of it, and I would get the next one that's willing to listen.
Mhm.
Because see, that's the thing. So many people attempt things and allow themselves to get discouraged
Mhm.
by a slam door in your face.
Mhm.
We gonna get that. We
Yeah.
gonna get slam doors.
Yes.
We gonna get negative people
Mhm.
that's going, hey man, why you concerned with DP? So hey, once you see for one thing, what I'm grasping from you is see you operating off of a spirit. All of us have our spirits.
Mhm.
So we have to find the spirits that connect.
Mhm.
And then you will know what you can work with.
Yeah.
Just like when you called me,
Mhm.
I could have been the type of person. When you called me this morning,
Mhm.
I could have been the type of guy that said, you know what, man, I'm not finna. These people ain't doing, we gonna stay on here and push my own agenda on this platform.
Mhm.
But like I said, being so thankful
Mhm.
to, James Mayfield, the greatest, Mayfield,
Mhm.
George F. Grundy II, and Larry Lott, they gave us this opportunity on this platform to do what I'm doing now, which
To
in
enlighten
return,
the
which
community.
in return, being thankful for what they have given me,
Mhm.
I share with you. I'm in a position to share with you. That's why you here. I say, hey, you said it to me. Come on, bring your voice and share what you got, because you may reach somebody
Mhm.
or you may come up with a good solution.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie's always reaching and come up with things, but that's why you here.
Mhm.
And we have to appreciate this start right here. This is a start.
Yes.
So for that negative man or woman,
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and just beat up on men now.
No, we're not.
I ain't saying
We're
it, but I
not
mean,
gonna bash the men
right?
because
No,
He
there's some
has a
women
yeah.
that
problem
can
with
be
that.
So
bashing too. You know
I'm
what I'm
just
saying?
gonna say that these three men gave this platform once again.
Mhm.
So I got three good positive men I'm associated with, opposed to that one negative one you was talking about. Because don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
that one exists and other negative men exist.
Mhm.
Other negative people exist. But now when we blessed with these, you say the best and do the best that you can. And we have more opportunities for people like them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And then, then it comes down to solutions, right? Once we didn't already figured out and talked about why we are going through and the mentality and the mental issues and all of that. But now it comes down to, okay, so now the solution is, and what are we
I mean, but
doing?
if you what solution? See, once again though, you're a very intelligent person. What do you suggest as part of the solution thing?
Well, that's the community thing, funding for communities to get buildings for arts and crafts and things for these kids to get into.
So you feel
Ping pong. Let's get a building where they can go and play badminton, ping pong, and racquetball
so you saying
without having to
community?
go to the
You saying
Y,
community center?
where you have
More
to have a
recreational centers.
Community
yeah,
center.
without having to go to the Y. I'm talking about solutions here.
Right. I'm
What?
asking you. Are
Yeah.
you saying
Well,
like a?
I'm talking.
But I'm asking you. Are you saying like
Yeah,
community
that's
centers?
exactly.
Yeah,
But
for
Okay.
it
recreation
don't even
centers,
have to be.
spaces in other people's homes.
It don't even exactly. It don't even have to be a community
Well, when you said
center.
money and funding, I thought that
Funding.
maybe.
You need money to buy the material. So whatever it is that people can bring to the table, you have a lot of black entrepreneurs here that's making differences here downtown, all
It
over the city
is.
of Flint. You know,
A lot of new
let
businesses.
all the brains, when we can have our brains to come together to open up these clubs and all these different stuff, why can't these brains come together and open up something for these children to do something and bring something
Yes.
to the table?
Yes.
Because we tell, well, the community, we need to do something about this, we need to do, well,
And
let,
I haven't
okay,
seen a gun
that's all
fair.
I hear, but I don't see, never see nothing.
I haven't seen a gun fair in a while. You remember how they used to have the
Right,
gun
bring the
fairs?
gun, right.
Yeah,
Bring the
they had it
guns and get
last year.
$50.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they probably have it towards the end of the summer or something like that. It was like that.
Can I ask you guys a question? Now,
Mhm.
once again, you just said, how long have these entrepreneurs been here? That you would think.
I don't know. They've been
Since
here long
last year.
enough.
Right, long enough. See, and this is the point that Aunt Sherry made.
Yeah.
Aunt Sherry said, instead of waiting on these entrepreneurs
Mhm.
and the other, people
Mhm.
in positions to come and do something.
Mhm.
No, the thing is, she said, why are we acting like cowards? Aunt Sherry said this out of her mouth. Why are we acting like cowards to not come together for ourselves and make a difference?
So what kind?
And guess
Okay.
what? This
Okay.
listen what else Aunt Sherry said, because you just put the light bulb off. Mom said, why people think it's all about the money. She said, no, it's not about the money. The money is not the key to the solution. We talk about the entrepreneur. No, she said it's the time and the effort of individual human beings that has the same yearning for not just the kids, but for all of us to have a peaceful, good life. A rich life is not about how much money you have. She said, and I respect it and I believe it.
Right.
So we have to make the
working
agenda
together,
and get on the
both
same
entrepreneurs
agenda.
are local.
Everybody needs to get on the same agenda to make this work.
But I
Do we
understand
have to be
it doesn't
picking
take.
signs? Do we have to march through the streets and say, join us?
But I don't think. I'm not saying that we need them. It takes money to make the world go round. It takes money to have to even do anything for these kids, to buy them a bag of a hamburger, or to take them somewhere. Everything costs. And so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying big pocket wise, whatever. If they can help, fine. But yes, we do need the time. So if I get the time.
Right.
But now I need the money. Okay, now what I'm gonna do with these boys? I'm gonna sit them right there and we're gonna have a conversation. So now what are we gonna do? Because I'm broke. I don't have the money.
But let's go with this here. See,
Yeah.
this is
It
the
still
thing.
takes money,
This is what
no
I
matter
feel.
what.
This is what I feel is being overlooked. I feel that what's being overlooked is you saying get these money to buy them hamburgers. You can buy them all the hamburgers you want, but if they mental not together, then you defeating the purpose.
But while you sitting down eating, you're gonna have these conversations. I've helped so many people. I helped a girl, picked her up off the street, did not know this girl, never seen this girl a day in my life, and she had 3 children. Moved into my home because her boyfriend was trying to run her over with the car.
Yeah, I know that's the truth.
So now
I know you.
And the reason why I say that is it took me money and time, but along with me helping her, I had to get in her ear. But I had to get her comfortable enough for me to get in her ear. Yeah. I got into her ear. I had good conversations. But along with that conversation, she was like, you know what? I appreciate you. I need to get a job. With getting a job, I had to go get her outfit. I went ahead and I helped her get her a car, get her an outfit. I helped her along the way. But during the time that I'm helping her, I'm still in her ear trying to guide her, mold her. So with that being said, it's a combination, it's a combo that comes with these kids that you need to help them move forward in life, period. Now, Brittany says, which is my daughter.
Yeah, go ahead.
She says, work together, both entrepreneurs, local officials and locals. But locals have to be willing to put their money, time, resources, and minds together. Absolutely.
Okay,
just like I am. Just like they did when they got together and did these clubs and stuff. They did that. We can't ignore that it's definitely take money, especially. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I asked her.
Yeah, the locals get caught on power struggles, in my opinion. Yes,
Yes,
they do.
I agree.
Absolutely. We can't ignore that it definitely takes money, especially when time is spent mostly trying to
Make
making money. 100%. Vets people and delegate tasks. It's true you
Delegate
help,
tasks.
and she said it's true you help so many.
Yeah.
I have helped a lot, and I know what it take, and I know it take time, energy. First, it took my energy, and then it took my mental to even understand why in the hell I got a woman and 3 kids that I don't know in my house, and on top of that, I already had a girl and 2 kids in my house that was homeless that I brung into my home. And then she went out and ran into somebody that was getting ran over by a car. And the girl jumped in her car with her kids, and she didn't have nowhere to go and brought them to my house. So here it is. I had
So
two.
you were just a Mother Teresa.
Yeah, period. So here it is. I had 2 families in my home that was mentally distraught and didn't have nowhere to go and needed help and needed somebody to talk to.
So you were a therapist as well.
So not only did it take my time and my energy, it took my money because I had to feed them.
Right, and counsel them.
No, you didn't have to. You chose to.
Well, I could just
and many blessings to you for that.
Yeah, because at the
But you
time,
chose that.
the one didn't have no food stamps. She didn't have. She just lost her job. The other one was in between jobs, and I'm like, okay, well, let me see what I could do.
We need 1,000 more people just like her,
right,
to save this community.
and
Because there's a lot of more people out there that's homeless that need a friend, that needs a mama, that needs an auntie, that needs a therapist to step in, step up. She can't be the only one. She can't be the only angel in this world.
And I couldn't do it by myself.
That will help you.
And
it takes more.
I was glad to do it, and I wish I could do many more like that. Yes. But let me tell you, I have been Ubering. And when I Uber, I picked up a young man the other day. And I Uber because it's a mind thing for me. I don't have to, but I like just riding and meeting people.
Yeah, and there's the money at the end of the day.
And I do enjoy the money. And I do enjoy the money. But this one guy got in, he said, I just found out I got MS. I found out 2 years ago. Moving forward, he was like, it's a lot of this stuff, this shooting and stuff going on in the world. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I think what happened to me was supposed to happen to me. And I said, well, what did you mean by that? He said, I got MS to slow me down because I was on the wrong track and I wasn't listening to nobody. Mm-hmm. So sometimes God moved people in a bad way, but for the good. Yeah. So, and that's how he felt. But why does it take all of that for you to understand that what you're doing and the path that you're going is wrong?
Well, if you study the history, the black race was made to suffer more anyway. Because we are the strongest race. We're the most dominant race. We are the trendsetters. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay? We set the standard. Okay?
Absolutely.
And some things we can do, other races cannot do. Mm-hmm. For instance,
but we have to believe in that.
Put your hair up like this? No, you cannot.
But you have to believe in that.
Race, because we're the strong race, we're the dominant race, we're the queens. And as queens, we have to get more in control of our children and our children's lives and check on these kids so they cannot keep going around being irresponsible kids, killing kids. Mm-hmm. Because I believe those were kids that shot that house up 100 times.
Oh, it was. Absolutely.
That couldn't have been anybody in their sane mind.
Well, you got adults that's not in their same mind, but this is what is going on in the community. It's the younger generation, and I think they out here trying to prove a point. But for me, it's the anger. It's the anger that they have, and the hatred.
Everybody.
And Brittany says, sorry, I'm working. I can't put in the full sentences, but overall, I love this conversation. It's necessary.
Yes, indeed.
It absolutely is necessary. But I want to give a shout out to, give me this paper. I want to give a shout out to George F. Grundy II for allowing us and being here for us to open up the door for us to come in and sit down and have these conversations that are necessary. And I like to give a shout out to
James
James
Mayfield, the
Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, for opening, having the key for us to open up the door for us to come in and have this conversation. So we need to give homage to him and Larry Lott with Lessons with Larry. And I like to give homage to him for having his time and energy for helping young men and having a voice and trying to gather what others is not putting the energy into, and then maybe people will start looking up to him and try to mimic him. So Sundays we have Sassy Tea at 6 p.m. with Stephanie, myself, and Terra Lisa. Watch that show. We have good conversations. Monday, we have RJ from the third floor at 4 o'clock. Also, we have on Mondays Larry Lessons with Larry, which is that's what we having today. And that's with Larry Lott, Mike, Money Mike, and myself, the hostess with the mostest.
And Juice the Truth, which is not
And
here as
Juice
well.
the Truth, which is not here. And Tuesday is to be announced. Wednesday, we got Red Alert, Snaps and Chats at 6 p.m. Terra Lisa McBride, your host. She's another one that gives into the community and then have things going on, have poetry and people with some talent to come out at the levels. And I like to give thanks out for the person who owns the levels, Dink, right? Dink for opening up his doors for allowing talented people that have a place to go, you know, and keep it moving.
Where
No,
Dink at on there?
Would you stop it? Wednesday, we have Juice the Truth at 7 p.m. Juice, the host, would you shut up? I can't stand. Who put him on the show? No, but since I mentioned it, you know, Terra Lisa, yeah, because since I mentioned it, you know, and we having this conversation as people are doing stuff. So just be quiet and let me. Do you want to do that?
No, but I gave you the paper.
Okay.
Looking, I thought I missed something.
We argue all the time.
Yeah,
Thursday, we have Raw Conversations at 7 p.m. with your host, RJ Larry, co-host MV. Thursday, we have Therapy Thursday at 8 p.m. with Manchi, co-host Solo Nor, and RJ Larry. And GF. George F. Grande. Thursday, we are connected and protected with Daru Mitchell at 9 p.m. Thursdays also we have on the Thursdays with the third to be announced here soon, hopefully. Monday through Sunday, we may have James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, at any given time. Just be ready.
Yes. And all of them are some great shows. Unfortunately, I meant to tell you, Tommy Boy, you on probation with Sassy T on Sundays. You on probation with them, Tommy Boy, because Sassy T told me, Tommy Boy is on probation. You on probation with Sassy T them, so
yeah,
just to let you know, Tommy Boy.
But good conversation for the day about these kids. And I see Cynthia, that's my sister. She say, hey, y'all. Now she worked for the school board. Everybody knows Cynthia. She's been working with the school board for many years. And she see a lot of these younger kids and what they challenges are, I'm sure, at home that they bring to the school.
Right.
And I do volunteer my time to the community as well. I'm a professional face painter and a caterer. So if you ever need an event where you need the kids or adults face painted, I will volunteer my services for that. So I do give that. And I have all my own supplies.
Okay, you're a face painter.
Yes, I'm a many things.
Okay.
Because in this world, you have to have many skills in order to make it.
Yeah, you
because
do.
one thing might not fall through, so you have to depend on your other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So y'all
But you
hear
gotta
that? She's a
make it keep
face
doing
painter.
it.
So if any of y'all need face
Yeah.
painting, having a party or something or whatever.
And
But go ahead, Mike. You
yeah,
want to
rolling.
something?
No, I'm just rolling with you on sending that shout out to Levels, Dink Sosa and Tez
Opening a door
for opening that door for that Levels for that Sunday, every other Sunday with Miss Terra Lisa, because that's a great event to take place.
And they do employ a
Yes.
lot of people.
And
a
I
lot of people.
and I
They
suggest
give anyone a chance. So that is a good thing for the community.
yeah, but I suggest any grown mature person on that every other Sunday with Miss Terra Lisa at Levels, please go and experience that, because that's one you won't forget and you'll love to be a part of.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person inside and out. I have also worked with her doing parties. And yes, it will be very much a very well time that you're going to have there with Lisa.
Now back to this, now we didn't sit here and say it about these young ones, these kids, but we got to also take responsibility as adults for the part that we done played in that, for not being there for them, not mentoring to them, not having time for them. And let's not forget this. When we were, see what the problem is too? When we were teenagers, and because, see, like when you were saying, we'll fight. Man, we don't want the fighting or nothing out here. We don't want the violence at all out here. So never mind who would fight or who's scared to fight. Let's not fight, get into it, nothing. Let's practice peace, love, and joy. And the thing is, when we were fighting, that's the problem. We set the tone for fighting, which is violence. Now we upset because they done took it to another level. But we gotta accept the part as adults that we played in this too.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we do take that part, but
I didn't hear you, but
I mean, I did say something about that because these then. Oh, this seems like a new bag. This is a new bag.
Yeah, you in it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Oh.
Okay. So like I said, when we were teenagers and we got into the fighting and the gangs was developed long before these young kids was ever thought of. So there's a part we all played in the makeup of what's taking place today. So it's on us, you understand, to get ourselves together and start putting our own plans and gatherings together about let's try to see what we can implement to assist them and help them and let their voices be heard to try to make a change.
Well, and that's true for the people that's mentally sane, and that's true for the people that's mentally sound. But you got these parents and stuff. They're not mentally there with their parents. They're not mentally there with their kids because they're not mentally there with themselves. They got so much shit going on with themselves, and the woman at home worried about her relationship, and the son is gone out here.
I thought we weren't gonna bring your business up. But go ahead.
Ain't my business. But I mean, really, that's just like the rich talking about things about the rich, not understanding the lower class and the people below them, their mentality and their thinking. So with us, we have to understand the people that's behind us, that's not mentally there, that's having issues, that need help themselves.
And like I said, there is a high percentage of that in Flint, and it has a lot to do with them poisoning the water.
Entitled to your opinion. I'm not questioning you. Entitled to your opinion, but
it has affected a lot of people. I've had my friend tell me from here that first she lost her hair, then she lost her taste, and she lost some of her memory. So what is that telling you?
That's some of COVID symptoms, eh?
No, that was from water.
Okay, all right.
What? That's a bad allergy. I mean, I don't know what that.
That sounded like COVID. The taste and stuff. So. I'm with you now. I'm with you.
I mean,
but,
but
like Cynthia, I see Not the three of us. None of us has mentioned this, and this is another thing. When we talk about reaching people, doing things, but never once is we involving God, mentioning God, like Cynthia mentioned, parents, church, different things. You know, we're too busy going to the club and can't wake up to make church Sunday. You know, to get the word out.
That's the big difference in how
You gotta have that balance in your life.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids don't even believe.
But why?
Or ever went to church.
If we not going to church and partying,
yeah.
why should they take it so much to feel it's an importance of it? We, you know, you live by example.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
And
I think you have to start that younger, like when
yes,
they're young.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then when they get older, even if they don't want to go, it's so instilled in their brain. When they start doing something better, like, oh, they feel conscious themselves, feel self-conscious themselves. Because you got to start that stuff off early. Even if you don't go, send them on the church bus.
You're right.
Send them on the church van. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it gives them something to do.
Yeah. Hey, but let's let George get in here.
Send them off on a short bus somewhere.
See?
To Pontiac. That's what happened. When they shut down that mental,
mental. Let George get his.
Go ahead, George. I'm sorry.
So, my viewpoint of it is that we spend a lot of time looking at the micro instead of the macro, and the macro is the bigger picture. So, right now, we losing as Black American people, folks that are from the enslaved part of this country, those that suffered those horrible things. We losing. They've just pushed back different legislation, different laws that guaranteed that we were treated or had equal say in certain parts. So what we missed the part of is understanding what we needed to do with the time consistently, since we knew that consistently every time we got up, the system was going to work on pushing us down. After Reconstruction and all of the folks that were freedmen gathered together and built communities and stuff like that, they tore them down, burnt them down, flooded them, and then after that, we educated ourselves, and then they tried to redistrict all these different things. They did redlining. We created great communities and cities, and then they put expressways into it. The consistency of tearing apart anything that we do, we missed the mark. The biggest piece of it was the 1980s and 90s, the crack epidemic era. Yes. Because that's when they tore the family apart. The system tore the family apart because you don't have big mamas and grandfathers and big uncles like you used to before and during that era, because they were destroyed. You were watching your heroes fall. Then your big brothers and cousins was going to prison for a zillion years. And so now it's the aftermath of that, and we are weak. We don't have any collective thought. We can't come together on nothing. Everybody wants to be King Big Nuts or Queen Big Nuts, and don't have a direction for nobody, not even they self. And so the thing is, our youth are the ones that they fear, because they ain't hearing nothing and nobody saying, because it ain't making no common sense. So if you're not making no common sense and you up here putting all of these dope, because the crack has changed, it's called social media. The dopamine that is in scrolling and viewing the stuff is just as much as a drug. So they
totally agree with that.
So they looking for truth.
Totally agree.
They looking for a truth. So if Yahshua or Muhammad or anybody's not coming to answer what they're looking for right now, they ain't hearing you. If you don't have a solution or trying to get somewhere to where you take away the hunger, you take away the fear, you take away the poverty, then what are you talking about? And it doesn't matter who you are. That's the thing that it does. So we come from a couple generations of subserviency to where, like, hey man, please don't beat me no more, or we understand, we don't want to go missing no more. They don't have those fears. Do you remember 10, 20 years ago going to Flushing or Wasso or Clio was like, I ain't going out there?
Oh yeah.
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 It's not like that no more. And they don't, our youngest don't care. If I'm here, I'm here. So it's on us, whether we have children or not, whether they're our children or not. If they are a part of us in our community, it's up to us to create environments where they can be safe and
Right.
trusted, to have
Right.
places to be able to speak, to have places to be able to unwind those brains and understand that respect is something that we both gonna give each other. I ain't gonna just tell you because I'm older than you that you owe me respect. Those certain rules and things change in certain communities based on the situations.
Right. I agree.
And so we are losing heavily because we ain't looking at the right goals. Jim Crow, I don't think none of y'all old enough to understand what Jim Crow was. Y'all
Jim
heard
Crow?
about,
Yeah.
y'all heard about, but y'all didn't live in it.
No, we didn't live in it, but he right there with Willie Lynch.
So Jim Crow is back. It's legal in Mississippi.
It's been, I don't think it
No,
never
no, no,
left.
no. It's legal. It did leave because it wasn't legal. Now it's back legal. It's legal. Jim Crow is legal. So we're steps away. The Voting Rights Act has just been gutted. It's legal to tell you you're gonna vote for what? Where? How?
Well,
what does your voice mean?
It's gonna mean nothing because they're trying to get away.
So
with
what?
The boundaries.
So what are you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do about it? Man? Tell me.
So essentially, you're saying nothing.
Oh, which one? Which one do? I'm gonna ride or die.
Are you?
I'm gonna ride or die. Hey,
so
let's
I'm
go.
saying I'm looking at it from this point. What did you leave me in order to ride for?
Well, let's go. I don't know. I may not have a solution,
I'm saying,
but I gotta ride.
So I'm saying that's the thing. Our youngins, they willing to they showing you they willing to ride. They just don't have the right mission.
Right. They don't have the right mission, and we need that mentality on a good stance, and to do what they're doing in a good favor, in a good way. Just do it. That's all I'm saying. We just need to
They're
do
a
it
more
and stop
radical
talking
version of
about
the
it.
Black Panther Party without organization because they willing.
But you remember when you said need that money?
Mm-hmm.
See, you do recognize then that money has power.
Absolutely.
But see, that's the problem. You recognize it. I recognize it. This young lady recognize it. But what do? We keep giving all the power every time we take our money and don't support one another with a cause and run it out to our neighborhoods that we don't have on no stores, no nothing. We running our money, giving all the power away. So when are we gonna sit up and get the discipline and the understanding and be able to collectively come together without worrying or having that crab in the barrel mentality and all of that?
Yeah, and the social media.
We got that North End grocery store.
It's influencing people.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saving their money, they want to buy Jordans or they want to buy the new jacket because of the social media. The social media is going to keep you spending your money because it's now they research what you like.
Right.
They cater that stuff to your phone, and they gonna
They need to start
what's
watching.
The young lady that put on there and said the difference in her. She said, "Y'all going and buy Jordans," and she invested stock in Jordan for her kids. Who is that? It's a young lady said it. She said, "Hey, I'm not buying I went and bought stock for my kids in them. I'm not buying the Jordans." She went and bought stock in the Jordans. You know? Mm-hmm. And, like I say, once again, you sit here, you recognize money is power. Mm-hmm. And listen, let me just tell you how bold these people are today. I'm not a racist person at all, but he's a Jewish gentleman. The Jewish gentleman get right on Facebook and say, "Hey, colored people, let me tell you what your problem is. First, let me tell you about me as a Jew and what we do. When money come in our community, it circulates a month and a half before it leave. The minute you get some money, y'all money leave y'all neighborhood in 10 minutes." Mm-hmm. They tell what it is because they know you ain't gonna listen. That you're not gonna even pay attention because there's so much division among us as a race.
Well,
Now, me personally, growing up, some of the best times I had didn't involve too much money at all. It was about the fun, the places we could go to have our fun, the simple quarter skating, simple little things that we had and we did was some of the best fun. And that was years. And when the money, a lot of money involved in that.
Parties. And now you can't go to a house party without getting shot up.
But this is the thing. Skating was cheaper back then. But you also have to understand the times of money have changed too. Things have changed. We can't even hardly afford to eat right now. So to go to the movies, it takes money to take some boys or some girls to the movies and have conversations.
Schools used to have little after school movies and popcorn.
But
see, we're just not no. Yeah, because we chose to bite into other people's system of things instead of sticking with our own. That's why the change is there.
Yeah. It's not enough support of our own. It's not.
That's the bottom line.
And then when you do try to support your own, they'll
Bottom
turn
line.
on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
it's just
think
a
it's
little
an economy
situation
thing.
here. You know, we don't know where to start at because with so much division.
So I guess the politics orchestrated that nice get together you had at your house a summer ago. I guess the politicians and stuff put that together for us then. Because I'm food. I thought you did that.
I did.
Okay, I rest my case.
But this is the thing.
Come on, man.
But this is the thing.
No, come on, let him get his word in.
This is the thing. No, you start some.
No, I ain't starting that. I pointed a quick fact out.
This. But this is the thing. What I spent. I didn't ask nobody
But
because
did it take a lot?
Yeah, it took a lot. Because it's sacrifices that people be willing to put in when they do things like this. It's not that I needed it. Of course I did. But sometimes in order to enjoy life and the people in the community
that I love, after that you bought 2 cars. I'm trying to see where it affected your finances. Go ahead. Go ahead, George, man. Young lady.
So dollar circulation times in U.S. communities. Here's the report. Approximate circulation times for $1 in various U.S. communities. Asian community, $1 stays for about 30 days, or in some reports, 28 days. Jewish communities, money circulates for approximately 20 days. White community, $1 stays for around 17 days. Latino community, the circulation is about 6 times before leaving, compared to the Asian community 9 times. African American community, the dollar circulates for only about 6 hours before leaving.
Y'all can't keep $1 in your pocket for 6 hours. Can people see that?
It's facts now.
So I'm saying you laughing, but you laughing at us.
Yeah, we've been studying. Yeah, that's a shame.
Exactly.
So
it's a shame
because that's crazy.
You know what it is? Let me tell you how all the stuff we fell for. We were some of the best gardeners it was.
We don't know how to say
having gardens for our food. Wanting the quick food and being lazy, not doing it. Hey, they done went to their feed process stuff that's killing us, causing cancer, everything else, because we bought into somebody else's program instead of sticking to our own.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what made the most sense to me. They write some of these people off as troublemakers and whatever. But you got people like I can't think of his name, but he be like, hey, first of all, let's get this straight. Because this makes sense to me. We argued and wanted to fight to go sit with some people that didn't want to sit with us. I don't even want to sit with motherfuckers that they
Period.
that there and don't care. I'm not one that want to sit with them.
Right.
And so once you took and was fed, that was game ran. That was game ran. Mm-hmm. That's when you say that slave mentality, that's part of that right there. When you done been here and say, look, we don't give them this. We get their mind focused on fighting for that. But once they get into that played right into their hands.
They do.
We didn't need to be a part of them. My biggest troubles only came from when they came and invaded our areas and bothered us.
Yeah.
We wasn't bothering them.
Yeah, at all.
Y'all remember St. John, right?
Yeah.
I know y'all remember that.
Yeah, I remember St. John roller bowl and stuff like that.
But now we're at the
What
point
happened to
that we
St. John?
eyeballing each other.
What happened to St. John?
Tearing each other
Well,
down.
the same thing that happened to the Black Wall Street.
What was that?
They burnt it down. They got
No,
rid of
they
it.
put 475 through.
They got rid of it. You know.
So
Did you know about the All Black Medical Center too?
tell us about it.
It was all
You
black
gotta get closer to the
medical
mic too.
Yeah, remember, sure.
It was All Black Medical Center. I just recently found this out. It was in Tallahassee, Florida. All Black Medical Center. All black doctors. All black hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in there was black. They had their own facility,
Mm-hmm.
and same thing happened. It
Same
was
thing
burned down.
happened. Yeah.
So
It was burned down.
And they didn't put things. They didn't
Because
put parks
jealousy.
over monumental things like that. But they didn't
Jealousy.
put parks over them.
Yeah.
so it's multiple things can be true at the same time. Jealousy is one thing, but it's called racism because it's a race. It's a race to keep power, utility, resource, and everything like that. Stephanie made a statement when I asked what she was going to do, and then she reversed it and said, "What are you going to do?" So for me, I'm extremely tired
Mm-hmm.
of doing anything because it's never supported in the way that people say they want or need.
Exactly.
So I created an organization 11 years ago called Veterans Are Now. Since the inception of that organization has serviced over 50,000 residents in the city of Flint. But regardless of, I could tell you all the things I did, who I brought, who came, all this other stuff, people we touched. But for whatever reason, it don't mean nothing. You know, for whatever reason, I mean, okay, when it comes to this platform, I created out of the mud. Me and James got together, then we manifested it into more.
Mm-hmm.
But
How long has this been created?
the idea of it, it's like people, they kind of get it, but they ain't getting the point to, they take a little bit, then they want to run off, but don't understand the power of unity. It's like
Unity in conversation.
Unity in business.
Yeah.
Unity and growth, unity and what our ancestors, our greats and great greats taught us just during the Great Depression,
Mm-hmm.
on how not to drown, on how to be community,
Mm-hmm.
on how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't nowhere there.
Nowhere near.
And I don't understand why we don't care. So when you say do it, I can pull up just about any politician or any police chief or the mayor, whoever's not personal phone number in my phone right now. I've done everything I know to do, but my elders and my big homies didn't have no guidance, and then those that told me to keep going, they wasn't there to support in order to keep it going. And then some people were snakes and weren't the friends I thought they was. So I'm saying, and the smirk on your face, that it just, to me, that's why I digress, because it irritates me how we do each other. Mm-hmm. Because I keep on giving, and I'm tired of giving to y'all. Because what's the point?
I'm not smirking because of that. I'm smirking because you're telling the truth.
I get it. I'm not mad at you for it, but I'm saying it's that same thing. Because I'm like, I give because I'm a giver. I don't know how to do
Me too.
But you know, because and I'm saying I'll give everything I got, but if you give me pain, I'll give you more pain than you ever seen.
So that's why I asked you. You asked me and I asked you back, because I feel like we're in the same boat. We can only do so much. You know, as individuals, we can only do so much. It takes a village in anything. It takes a village in raising children. It takes a village nowadays, and now it takes a whole campground. And if you don't have that, then you really have nothing, because nobody's going to support you. They support the other white meat, the other people,
okay, so
instead of us.
One second, please. So you say you give, and no one ever gives back. So what actually are you in need of today? What are you expecting to receive?
Nothing right now and today. My thing is, that's why I transitioned into a platform like this, because I'm giving people the opportunity to have a voice and speak what they believe and what they see.
And you said I don't get anything back. What are you trying to get back?
Nothing right now.
But it's
Nothing.
something. You
I'm
said
digressed
this what
from
you
those.
said. You said I'm tired. I'm giving. I'm not getting
Yeah.
nothing back.
So I'm
What are you
digressing
trying
from
to
all
get
of that
back,
stuff.
though?
Nothing now.
Well, he was.
Well, okay. Well, let's
I
rephrase
think
the
he was
question.
talking about
Wait.
when
Let's
he
rephrase
was
the
doing
question. Let's rephrase the question.
Because I
At,
listen.
at that time, what would you like to receive back?
Unity. Because we were being poisoned. Our water was 10 times worse than toxic waste.
that. And couldn't even get
And
that.
and so the thing was getting unity and looking for like $600 million is it's a disgrace on what it is that the community should have got.
And took place.
And I didn't sign up for that lawsuit because my thing is once you get that money, your voice is gone. For whatever, for $1,000, $10,000, whatever, how many $1,000 you get. I'm saying you're not
That was
taking my
hush
voice
money.
for a couple dollars. And say, oh, you got the money, so you can't say anything about the lawsuit
Yeah,
because
that's
we
hush
settled
money.
it. I ain't settling nothing. So I get to tell my story until somebody try to do whatever they
We
do.
all want to do our part. At the same time, we don't want to be taken advantage of. And we don't want to feel like we're being taken advantage of. So if you're feeling like you're being taken advantage of, then you got to
I
do
was
something
already taken
different.
advantage of. That's these are this is the aftermath for all that stuff.
Okay,
So
so it's
these
just like
things
a
didn't
fall
happen.
off.
So I'm just talking about things I've done, I've been through. I've lived this life already. I already did it, been there, done it. So I'm just giving examples in a story. So 11 years deep in this thing.
11
So
years.
yeah.
Okay.
So 50,000 people. So first and fifth ward was delivering water every day.
So
Employed over 100 people.
So basically,
So
you've gotten it back then. If you've
gotten
been
what
in
back?
business 11 years, you've been doing this 11 years.
I ain't got
the
shit back.
communities have given back to you to keep you afloat 11 years.
Ain't nobody kept me. I kept me afloat.
They still doing it. They still pushing this on their own. So nothing's been given. They doing this on his own. That's why when you hear us say,
have there were organizations that. So let me because I don't want to sound like I'm being extra, whatever. But so we received funding before. So during that time period of that era, United Way, and when they came to me, I told them no a couple times because I didn't want to be involved in no kind of messiness because I ain't understand nothing about how money was moving, none of that. So I was doing everything based on the little budget I had until somebody I trusted was like, yeah, they cool, they all right. And so let me see how much. So about 20 within the 2 year span, it was about $20,000 that did. But with that none of that went in my pocket. None of that went to my organization in the sense of helping us keep our. It went back to the community where it was supposed to go.
Okay.
I didn't enrich myself, off of nothing that came.
So do you like your work in the community?
I like to see us doing better. And so again, I'm telling a story. I'm not stuck in any spot. I've I've done what I've done. I'm saying I don't appreciate how
Grateful?
Yes, people are.
Okay.
And how they think I'm supposed to give you what? Nothing. I don't owe nobody nothing. But I'm saying because we need, I'm doing it. But then when you get, you gone.
So what else are they asking of you? That's being so
These are stories. It's gone. It done passed.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's what I've gone through.
Gotcha. And it's just got you to the mental
probably his
exhaustion.
early journey.
It's got me to like, fuck y'all. I ain't doing shit else.
Okay. Yeah. You're mentally exhausted.
Fuck y'all. I ain't doing shit else.
Gotcha.
So when people call me and all these other, I'm done.
Okay.
Because I'm done.
When he was in it, he didn't get that call. He didn't get that. So now that I'm out of it, forget it now. Because hey, when I was really doing the work, putting in the sweat and the tears,
I wasn't looking for no accolades and stuff like that. I was looking for help. I was looking for people, that was riding. You talking all this talk, but when it's come time to ride, you ain't really riding.
So now don't come do a drive-by now.
Don't talk Flint. Don't talk Flint, but you ain't Flint. You just talking.
Did anyone know the family that happened to?
Well, yeah, the father lived across the street from my best friend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't say I did. Let's
Can
we rewind this?
The question was, did you anybody
Can
know
we
the
rewind
family?
this?
And the answer is no.
Can we rewind this? I didn't say I did.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just giving you the answer to her question.
But I want to give you homage. I want to give you homage.
No, I don't want you to do that.
I want to give you homage.
I don't want your homage.
I want to give you homage
I don't want
because
your
you feed the
I
community.
reject it.
He cooks for people.
Me too.
He cooks for people, and he don't charge nobody, and he buys. Wait a minute. He gets the 5-finger discount, so he's able to feed the community.
Lord have mercy. God bless her.
No, I'm just kidding.
I rebuke everything she said. In the name of Mad Dog. In the name of Mad Dog 2020. I reject.
Everything is free, and free.
Well, if you know, if you saying that the food is hot, then you should have a big old hole burnt in your ass, much as you done ate.
I eat free. I come get the free.
So my question is, so you saying you paying them homage, and that's great. But so is it about the homage or is it about the community to you? Because I'm saying for me, I'm not looking for homage. I'm looking for unity and community. That's what it was.
Not for me. Because listen, when I was speaking on me up in here, never do I comment on what I do.
But I think
understood.
But you know what? But I think it's necessary because it uplifts the spirit of people to. When you give homage, it uplifts the spirit of people to wanting to do even more.
It's levels to
do even better.
It's levels to it. It's level to it because like I ain't looking for nobody to pat me on my back. Oh, you did a good job. Oh, you light skinned today. You feel like you need somebody to recognize. No, it's not about it. It's like I'm looking at us deteriorate this whole thing. We got poison, we got all these different things going on, and people screaming and hollering. But when it's time to scream and holler at the right people, then you running off.
Quiet.
It's like Smokey and Debo. Yeah,
you're not showing up for what I want you to show up for. But you show up for something that's free.
And then I done came and I done Debo'd the door open, and you saying you want, and now you ain't saying nothing.
But let me just say this to you, so we can have the record straight with me. Seriously, when when James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy II, and Larry Lott extended this platform to me, the only thing I looked at to do is what I was able to do. You made me feel so good calling me, asking about it, and then allowing me to invite you, because this is what it's all about. Because you may have something to say that can reach a person out there that I didn't have to say, because I don't know it all and don't have all ideas in my mind.
I said, I'm all about saving
That's
the
why
community.
I appreciated you joining.
I'm all about saving the community and saving people. And if I can offer my services to help save the community, I will. Like I say, I am a chef. I am a face painter. I'm a bartender. I have many skills.
Maybe you can chef one of your meals up here and we put it, on display. Not that I'm on a diet, but I will crash it on,
All right.
What is your specialty?
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, barbecue.
Hey,
soul food. Chinese,
we got a few people.
Mexican.
Let us get this on here.
Okay, yeah.
It means a lot to those, your organization's service. Thank you. And that's from I Am Supreme Clientele. Then I Am Supreme Clientele also said, our Little League team closes practice. We go out on 1, 2, 3, family, 4, 5, 6, unity. I hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, well, let's do it here. 1, 2, 3, family, 4, 5, 6, unity.
So, and Supreme, you supposed to been on the show. You got to reach out to call. You need to call in right now.
Right, remember he said he was gonna come on.
So and forgive me if I missed your call or something like that. But and it's been a while since I seen you comment, but glad to see you still here.
Yeah,
and he has a lead.
And thanks for the comments.
Yeah, and like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And it costs nothing to do that. Nothing but information for you and others to help the community and get word and just have a voice.
Yeah.
And it's not just for us, or for, like Mike said, it's for anybody that has something that they want to share that may help somebody. If we can help just one person at a time, that's more than helping nobody.
Right. And here out of the mud, we always extend an invite. Hey, if you got something you want to share or say, come and say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm so thankful for Miss Cindy today. She called, had some stuff on her mind. Now she's sitting here, and hopefully many people can hear what she had to say, because it was very positive. You know,
Yes, and remember, people, it is okay to be yourself. It is okay to be original. You do not have to follow the crowd. You do not have to feel pressured to follow the crowd. You should want to be yourself, and you should want to be original. And that way you can help someone else. And you should want to be. You should want to be great.
Because that's original, that hairstyle.
Oh
and
yeah.
And let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, my hair grew. I'm proud of my hair.
But that's original. You doing you.
That's original.
And that's how I am. I do me.
Yes.
I walks out.
But that's
with
pretty.
a Tina Turner wig.
So y'all getting ready to turn this into a woman's
that is beautiful. I like that,
lady party.
That is beautiful.
What? Let me know.
Hey. My
Never
hair
fails with Winfrey.
What you say?
Never fails. I'm a little hot with you.
I think you might. You want a wig?
Don't worry about it.
No. If you can give me that Samuel, if you can give me that Samuel L. Jackson Jerry curl off of what is it?
Caller, can you hear us, caller?
Yes, I can. I just want to say, thank you for always being gracious and extending the offer to me. I log in all the time, and I watch you guys all the time. Yes, it is.
Thank you.
You guys are killing it. Keep on doing what you're doing. I can't wait to get in on a segment and kind of share some of the things that I enjoy. But I'm all about family. I'm all about community, and I'm all about unity. And again, I appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do this with you. You start it off, and we'll join in with you. Start your 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna do this with you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give y'all the whole thing. Is there a jag in the house? Yeah, yeah. Can the cat beat a mouse? Yeah, yeah. Is there a leaf on the limb? Yeah, yeah. Can we beat them? Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Family. 4, 5, 6. Unity. Thank you so much.
That was good.
So, Supreme, anything else you want to say?
I caught the show late. I've been a subscriber and a follower since the inception, and you can always check me out. My website is www.iover.com, and I'm still riding the wave off my first book release, Intelligence Over Emotions, Beginner's Guide to Investing. So I can't wait to come on the show and just share and share and share.
Yeah, this sounds like a special segment for Money Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
I like to read that book and get
I enjoy the Money Mike. I enjoy the Money Mike episodes as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And I also want to say to you that I noticed you said you caught the tail end of the show. I hope you have time to go back to watch it, because this show was inspired by somebody like you that was out there and heard about this show. And it was inspired by the phone call I got from the young lady sitting next to me, Miss Cindy. You know, she got the braids sticking up. You know, she called and she was like, what are you talking about today? I said, well, listen, never mind me, because never do I want the show to ever be about me. I want it to be about whomever we can reach and help. If it's you, just like I said, what's on your mind? And the young lady, the 9-year-old that lost her life, that was so heavily weighed in on her. And I said, well, listen, you ain't got to talk to me to tell me about it, to talk about it. I say everything is fresh and on your heart and your spirit. I said, come join us, and I'll allow you to speak your mind. And that's what she came and did. And I can't wait for you to come, my brother.
Oh, and I can't wait to join you. And thank you. You say Miss Sydney,
Cindy.
You're
Miss
welcome.
Cindy, for sharing. Really, thank you for being a pillar in the community.
Thank you.
And then I know you already know this troublemaking cousin of mine. I'm hot with her.
Just
right
read.
Oh man, hey,
Fine.
you guys
Get
are
on the
like
title
you
right
guys
now.
are like the right hand and the left hand. The one don't work without the other.
Yeah. And that's how we are too. That's funny. But I'm glad to have you calling in and giving your voice. But we got to get you on the show.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna send some messages, and you guys are gonna give me a time and a date, and I want it to be when I'm in Flint. I don't want to do the phone call.
Right.
Yes.
Definitely. I want it in person, definitely. So you
I want to show up.
let all you gotta do is let George F. Grundy know, and we'll take it from
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
And we can also do it virtual too. It doesn't have to be on the phone. We can have you virtual.
I like virtual too.
But when are you going to be in the city?
I'll be in the city on the 23rd.
Matter of fact, where you at? If it's not too personal.
I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh no, I'm not coming that far right away. Man, if you'd
I know. Hey,
if you'd have said Detroit,
go green,
if you'd have said Detroit,
everything.
I'd have bought it to you.
I get it.
Columbus, Ohio, not
That's
that
fair.
far.
It's not.
That's not that
No,
far.
it's only 4 hours. It's 4 hours.
I like Columbus.
Yeah, it's a lot to do. I moved to Columbus.
I Am Supreme.
I moved to Columbus 30 years ago, but I'm a Flintstone native. But
Hey, do you see these eyes? She was batting at you. I Am Supreme.
Look, she was saying that it's not a long road trip. She can make the trip real quick. She'll be there tonight.
She got busted.
Y'all crazy. They get on my nerves.
But again, again, honestly, man, we appreciate you from Out of the Mud so much, man, for being a follower, and actually the fact that you're gonna be a part of it when you join, for your interview. But just everybody, because it's a lot of stuff going on. And once again, like Aunt Sherry said, we got to quit being cowards and selfish and all the above. And instead of waiting on other people to make things happen, we're going to have to put a team together. Just like, for instance, true enough, I was a fan of the entertainment of basketball, and they had the Dream Team. But to be honest, that was pure entertainment. But and I'm not just saying this, I can label James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy II, and Larry Lott. I could call them the Dream Team because what they doing is productive and reality and something that really can help people.
And
that's a Dream Team.
Productive and reality. A lot of people out here just talking it and not producing it and not doing anything.
Right, they're being
you
about
turn on the news. Well, we got to do something about this. The community got to come together. Well, okay, what? I'm waiting. What? Tell me where I need to be.
So that's why I understand George when he say the things he said about putting in. Even this, when you put it in, he's still doing it. Because they put this together.
Yeah.
And they put it here. And how often do you get an opportunity where a person says, hey, I'm gonna come put you where your voice can be heard by millions. You can be heard by millions for just bringing your time. So, hey, let's appreciate this. And I, like I always ask, if it's something you got to say on your mind, all you got to do is contact Out of the Mud. You understand? Because we in that mud with you, and we trying to get up out of it just like everybody else. So don't hold your thought. Come and share. If you call in or anything,
we got to find out what they doing. I think they're doing.
So we still have
that 9-year-old.
My apologies. We still have Supreme on the line.
Oh, that's fine.
And y'all probably want to transition him off, or unless he has something else you want to say. So just make sure you're good.
Yeah.
No, I was listening. I was waiting for y'all to transition me off. I didn't want to be rude, and I do appreciate you guys.
Man,
and
we
so
thank
I'm
you
gonna
so much.
continue listening. I'm gonna continue listening, and you guys, have a blessed day, an evening.
You as well.
All right. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Okay. I back to the 9-year-old little girl. I think they're going to be having something. I have to go back to my Facebook page, but somewhere around on Door Highway, and I think it was somewhere else. But I think as Out of the Mud, if I could get Grundy and I, yeah, to go to that location and go live.
Yeah, but he'd
They
be more.
did too.
Huh?
Some people have too. They went over there and they showed the house with all those 100
Yeah,
bullets.
no, but I'm
There was a
talking
young
about
man there's a young man that went on Facebook,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was disgusted. There's so many people that won't even.
I'm talking
they're
about us
disgusted about it.
as Out of the Mud, showing our concern that where we stand in this, not nobody else. I'm talking about us. Where our concern and where we are with this, that we don't like it either.
You're fed up.
And so we're fed up too. So in order for we can keep talking, but now let's walk the walk and show up.
Yeah.
Where they are and where they doing this at,
Yeah.
and support this girl. We just can't sit here and talk.
Well, wait a minute, but we are showing our support and love.
This is a part
to
of
the
it.
family.
This is the beginning of
Right,
it.
but
it's more. We can't stop here.
And any
this
other
and this is the
family
problem.
that done lost a loved
and this
one
is the
to
problem.
violence.
You know, they stop. You start
any type of
something.
violence.
There's no limit. Just because we do this, we can do more. There's no limit. The more you do, the better we get, and the greater we are. So we can't just stop here. Let's move out and do something. That's what I said, George.
You something, you flipped it on George.
At least he's smiling now.
He's on the telephone.
Flipped it on George.
He's on the phone now.
Now you back to your No Limit Soldier thing.
They got his smile. So
but you know what I'm saying. I think we as Out of the Mud, we need to show up. I ain't thinking about you right now.
You won't get another bluegill out of me, damn it.
Oh yes, I am.
It hurt to show off so I ain't gonna hear it.
I
will.
So did you hear what I said, Grundy? That I think, see what I'm saying? That we as Out of the Mud, as we are sitting here talking about the little 9-year-old girl, I think they're going to be having some other things outside. I think we as Out of the Mud to continue to show our support, to show up where they are, so that we can go live and get it out and get it even more,
publicized
about
their concerns
for us. Well, we stands with this because that's crazy.
I mean, that's why
that could have been my little girl, your little girl, anybody's little girl.
Yeah,
could have been you.
Same thing with the little boy.
It could have been my street, your street, your parents' street.
Right.
It could have been my parents' street.
Understood. I'm not opposed to it.
And got killed in his sleep.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
He at home in his
so
bed.
Before it hit our street,
it's a lot of
let's go and hit the street,
on
some positive stuff and get this out, and maybe we can speak some truth on the outside, not just on the inside.
Yes.
Now you know who I think would be put a hot dog and Coke thing together for that type of get together.
You?
No, the mayor. He good for that. Mr. Neely. He's good for that. The mayor, he's good to support things like that.
Or Art, your buddy Art.
Art
is nothing else to say.
Art definitely will push that agenda.
I'm done.
Montez Davis out of the 5th Ward, he'll definitely push that agenda. No, I'm telling you, when it comes to that kind of stuff,
and you will too.
Dink
you got a hot dog machine. You got a popcorn machine. You got a big turkey fryer. You got all that. Can I get you? Can I get you to show up with your hot dogs?
I don't
with
have
the hot dogs.
All that stuff got stolen.
Hey, with your hot dogs and your hot dog machine and your popcorn.
Just go ahead and tell them I got a 200-inch new flat screen that ain't come out yet. Damn.
And this has been another episode of Lessons with Larry.
When you was out there that you talked to,
episode 77 and a half. with your host, Stephanie Winfrey, Money Mike, special guest, Cindy, and we are out. Last words, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. It's been another, nice show. And just wanted to thank Miss Cindy for coming. I want to thank George for being here. And I want to thank the host with the troublemaking ass.
Thanks for having me. Remember, keep it real, stay original.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.